Here's how one of my recent nights of marathon went. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Any other game, any other title, and I would have hurled my computer to the moon. Marathon is different. Marathon has wrapped me in a tender, thorn-covered embrace. It's terrifying, frustrating, rage-inducing, and beautiful in its brutality. I talked in my last video about how its poison seeped in and began to bloom. This week, I saw what the first flowerings of that bloom might become, and the colors are unnatural, not of this world, and they are intoxicating. My first weekend after the game launched went too well. Maybe it was that I finally had a group of 3 to play with. Maybe it was my server slam experience coming up against the fresh runners just decanting on Tau Ceti. Either way, those first few days were an abundance. The cornucopia flowed over and we ate well. Much of our time was spent on the first map, Perimeter, and I got to indulge in one of my favorite gaming pastimes, slowly starting to build up my mental map of an area. I remember the satisfaction of the first time I was able to navigate around Los Santos in GTA San Andreas without needing the minimap or the in-game navigational markers. Building to those moments, sketching in the details of where this part of the data wall is open and where its exits are, which path to the hauler has the tick nests and which is covered by turrets are small moments of mastery that click into my brain with satisfying snaps. The rest of the week went poorly. One night without my friends around, I decided to do some team runs with randoms and some solo and rook runs. You saw the results. But with the poison still in my veins, still pulsing softly in my ears, I felt echoes of rage. I saw the possibility of being tilted, but it was a painting that had been painted over 2 or 3 or 4 times. None of that gear was yours, the poison whispers. You were just borrowing it for a while. I had learned lessons. I had furthered my map knowledge. I had a run of bad luck. I was in disbelief. I kept running. Venom weeping from my eyes and running down to my rictus grin. The grip held strong. Escape will still make me God. The weekend brought back my friends, and with it, the scent of success. Runs went well again. Extract became something cautiously hoped for instead of viewed from the dark side of the moon. Dire Marsh started to become more common in our rotation, and we even had our first exfil on Outpost, where even the sky sometimes tries to rip you out of your shell. Some new friends joined us, and proving the old maxim that the best way to know something is to teach it, we gave them crash courses in the art of dying as the first step. Our knowledge softened the landing of their bodies crashing to the surface of Tau Ceti 4, and through our ministrations, the poison spread. There were even moments where, through some unerring warp in the weave of reality, we actually managed to get the upper hand. Runs where each team of enemy runners fell before we reached them, or fell because we reached them, and soon the entire map would be ours to explore. Fleetingly, some of the secrets of this vibrant dead planet began to show themselves. The sense of a knife moving towards us in the dark never quite went away, but there were flashes of confidence, bravado, exaltation. We howled our victory to the dead colony ship in orbit, our bared teeth flecked with neon venom. I am still shocked by the grip this game has on me. I can feel the poison reworking pathways in my brain as I realign myself to Marathon's ways of thinking. Rampant voices whisper to me about builds and upgrades and the best deaths to chase next. Sometimes, instead of the Marathon hanging above us in the sky, I see something else. The menus are still clunky. The quest system feels focused and also restrictive. The rewards pass is almost anti-rewarding in how stingy it is, but the core lure of the loop of this game is a light dangled in front of some cosmic anglerfish. It may all come crashing down, the servers bare and empty, the game an asterisk in the notes of the original trilogy. For now, I bathe in fluorescent decay and curse the day I was born. I was born. I was born.